ಬೃಂದಾವನದ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರಿಗೆ ಸುಸ್ವಾಗತ. ಇವತ್ತು ಅಷ್ಟಾಂಗ ಶಿಬಿರದ 7ನೇ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಸ್ವಾಗತ, ನಮಸ್ಕಾರಗಳು. ಇವತ್ತು ಅಷ್ಟಾಂಗದ 5ನೇ ಅಂಗದ ಪ್ರತ್ಯಾಹಾರ, ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ವಿಚಾರ ಮಾಡಿ ನಮ್ಮ ಯೋಗಾಸನಗಳನ್ನು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭಿಸೋಣ. So one of the most common questions for people who practice meditation is, how can I get rid of the thoughts and the emotions that come up when we close our eyes? Because focusing on the external objects is very easy and it comes very naturally to us, because we can get absorbed in a movie for a couple of hours at a time, without any problem. Most of us can do it. But however, as soon as we close our eyes, within a couple of minutes, thoughts come up and distractions. So how is that? So let's understand what happens and how it is related to pratyahara, the 5th limb of Ashtanga Yoga. So pratyahara is commonly known as withdrawal of the senses. So in the first 4 limbs of yoga, we discussed yama, niyama, asana, pranayama. And they can be considered as refinement of thoughts, actions, postures, and even breathing. or energy. So when it comes to the fifth element, it's a little bit more subtle because we are going inside, or we are taking our attention inwards. So the definition, the yoga definition of pratyahara is when the indriyas, or our mental organs of senses, are engaged. Usually they are engaged with the external objects. But when we turn them inwards to the field of consciousness from which they arise, that is called pratyahara. And what is the purpose of doing it? By doing this, we can get mastery over our senses. And so getting this mastery over the senses has to be very natural and gradual, because we cannot force it. For example, one of the example to understand why we cannot force it is, if you think of cutting off our Wi-Fi at home for our kids over the weekend, you can imagine the uproar that you can get from our kids. And for example, even for our own sake, it will be hard to force ourselves all of a sudden to live, without Wi-Fi or TV over the weekend. So that's kind of an example that we are so trained and used to focusing our senses on the external objects. So it's very hard to do it all of a sudden. So it has to be very gradual. And one of the definitions of pratyahara in the Upanishads also is important to understand. So what it says is, for man, mind is the cause of bondage, and mind is also the cause of liberation. And how does that happen? Mind absorbed in sense objects is bondage, but mind detached from sense objects is the liberation. And so that's how. So as long as we are attached and attracted to the objects of our senses, it's very hard to get detachment. So we can say, in our heartfulness practice that we have been doing in combination with the Ashtanga Yoga, there are several aspects of heartfulness meditation that can help us in this. For example, last week we discussed pranahuti. Pranahuti is the transmission that happens during the heartfulness meditation. And so once we become sensitive to receiving the pranahuti, then it helps us to go deeper, into our meditation. So the heartfulness practice can be considered as a top-down approach. So we start from the meditation, and then we can conquer pratyahara, if you will. Whereas the yoga system that we discussed, yama, niyama, asana, so we are coming from the bottom-up approach. So by doing this integrated practice, we can meet in the happy middle. So we are doing the bottoms up as well as the top down approach. So that's one way to kind of think about this. And the second aspect of heartfulness that can meditation that helps in this is the cleaning. So cleaning that Brother Jagadish had discussed a couple of times helps us to remove the impressions. These are the impressions that actually trigger our attraction to the outside world and keeps us connected to that. So by cleaning our impressions, removing the impressions from our subtle bodies, that we can overcome this attraction to the external world, and then helps us to focus, go to the source from which these desires arise. And then finally, in heartfulness, we also have a prayer that says, that acknowledges we are yet but slaves of our wishes, and we are putting bar to our advancement. So by acknowledging this, in the prayer that we use to connect to the higher source, or the higher consciousness, by acknowledging that, we can overcome this constant desire of our senses, and the attachment to the external object. So there are three different ways, that the heartfulness meditation actually helps us to overcome this attachment and release the attachment to the external world, and helps us to dive deeper into the source of the higher self. So those are the ways in which we can address this pratyahara. Going inside, and in the next class, we will take up the remaining elements of Ashtanga, the 6, 7, and 8, which are all involved with the meditation practice. So we will take them together in the next class. So with that, we're going to move into our practice. Come to the front of the mat. Come to Samasthiti. Full deep Ujjayi breathing. Spine erect. Shoulders rolled back. We'll move into Surya Namaskara A. Inhale. Hands up. Exhale. Forward. And look up. Exhale, step back. Lower yourself. Upward dog. Downward dog. That's 5. Inhale. Step forward, look up. Exhale. Put your head down. Inhale. Come all the way up, hands up, hands touch. Exhale. Samasthiti. Moving on to second one. Inhale, hands up. Exhale. Pull it forward. Inhale, look up. Exhale. Step back. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Your feet are about 6 inches apart. Heels moving towards the floor. You may not be able to touch them initially, but that's okay. It should already be 4.
Inhale, step forward, look up. Exhale, head down.
Inhale. Exhale, Samasthiti. Number 3, Surya Namaskara A.
Exhale, fold forward, empty your lungs. Look up. Exhale, step back, gently lower yourself. Upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Stay for 5 breaths. Your palms are flat on the floor. Your head moving towards the floor. And your chest moving towards your thighs. Inhale, step forward, look up. Exhale, head down.
Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, Samasthiti. We're going to move right along to Surya Namaskara B. Bend your knees. Inhale. Hands up.
Exhale. Hold forward to the lunge. Inhale, look up. Exhale, step back. Lower yourself. Upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Big step with the right foot. Hands up. Exhale. Come all the way down to the floor. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Now pivot the right foot and big step with the left foot. Exhale. Downward dog. Inhale. Exhale. 5 breaths. Full deep Ujjayi breaths. Should already be 5. Inhale. Step forward. Look up. Exhale. Hold your head down. Bend your knees. Inhale.
Exhale, Samasthiti. Surya Namaskara B. Second. Bend your knees. Inhale.
Exhale. Fold forward. Empty the lungs. Inhale. Look up. Exhale. Step back. Gently lower yourself. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Big step with the right foot. Exhale. Lowering to the floor. Upward dog. Downward dog. Big step with the left foot. And stretch. Exhale. Once again to the floor. Upward dog. And downward dog. The body should be warmed up by now. You can go a little bit more deeper into the posture. If your hamstrings are hurting, you can bend your knees a little bit. Listen to your body. Don't go beyond your limit. Inhale. Step forward, look up. Exhale. Straight down.
Bend your knees. Hands up. Exhale, Samasthiti. We're going to move right along to standing postures. We're going to do the Trikonasana. Inhale, take it to the right foot out, left foot in. Exhale, lean forward, grab the big toes or grab your ankles, and then extend the left hand towards the sky, open up your chest, and be gazing at the extended left hand. Inhale, come up, exhale, left foot out, right foot in. Inhale, moving to Trikonasana, B posture or Parivrata Trikonasana, where you take your left hand across your body to the outside of your right foot and then look up. If it's not reaching on the foot, once again you can hold on to your ankles. You can go all the way, then you can balance and look up. Inhale, come up. Exhale. On the other side, have your right hand going across your body to the outside of your left foot, if you can. Otherwise, hold on to your foot or ankle. Inhale. Exhale, back to the front. Parshvakonasana. Inhale. Take it to the right with a slightly wider stance. Right foot out, left foot in. This is the first phase. Bend your knees. Extend your left hand and then gazing at the extended fingertips. Second phase, you can put your right hand down next to your leg or your feet. Inhale, switch sides. This is the first phase. Bend your left knee, pour left forearm on top of your knee, and extend the right hand. If you're flexible enough, put that hand on the floor. Inhale. Parivrata Parshvakonasana. Another variation of Parshvakonasana on the right side. Bring your left elbow on top of your right knee and then join your palms together. Inhale, come up. Exhale, switch sides. Bend your left knee and then your right elbow on top. Inhale, exhale. Next one is Parshvottanasana. This is a new one that we haven't done. Inhale, take it to the right. For those of you, the first phase is just clasp your hands behind your back like this. For those of you who can, do a kind of a namaste at the back if you're flexible. Otherwise, you can just grab your hands across, each hand grabbing the forearm of the other hand. So whatever is appropriate. For those of you who can, and then lean forward.
You are thrusting your chest towards your knees.
Inhale, come up. Exhale, switch sides. Once again, whatever is appropriate. Inhale, exhale, Samastiti. Now we're going to transition into sitting postures by doing a Vinyasa. After Virabhadrasana. Inhale, hands up.
Exhale. Look up. Exhale. Step back.
Upward dog.
Downward dog. Big step with the right foot.
Like Surya Namaskara B. And come up to Virabhadrasana A. Hands up. Drishti on your thumbs, if you can. Inhale, pivot to the other side. Release your hands. Virabhadrasana B. Till your left knee is bent. Knees are above your ankles. Gaze softly at your extended left hand fingertips. Inhale, exhale, shift to the right, bend your right knee, hands parallel to the floor. Exhale, bring your hands on either side of your foot, then gently lower yourself, taking it back. Upward dog, downward dog. And we're going to skip forward to a seated posture. Dandasana. Chin to the chest, spine erect, hands slightly behind your hips. Shoulders rolled back, toes pointed up to keep your feet engaged. Inhale, hands up. Exhale to Paschimottanasana. A. Inhale, look up. Exhale. You're bending from the hips forward, trying to keep the back straight. If you cannot grab the toes, you can grab your ankles, shins, whatever is appropriate. Full deep Ujjayi breathing. And your awareness on your breath while you're gazing your toes. Inhale, exhale. You're going to go a little bit from the thumbs. You're going to go a little bit deeper into the posture. Same Paschimottanasana, a B posture. So if you are at your shins, you can go into your ankles. So just go a little bit further into the posture, listening to your body, but focusing on the breath. Inhale, exhale, release. We'll do a vinyasa, whatever is appropriate. Next is Purvottanasana, the counterpose to Paschimottanasana. Hands behind your hips, facing forward. Inhale and lift up. This is the first phase where you keep your knees bent. Second phase, keeping them straight if you can. Tilt your head back. Push your hips up as much as you can. Exhale, release. We'll do a quick take it up. Inhale, exhale. We'll do one Janu Shirshasana before going to Marichyasana. Fold your right feet into your left inner thighs. Make a 90-degree angle. Lean forward with both hands and grab your left foot at whatever position phase you are in. Gazing on the toes of your feet. Inhale, exhale, release. Now on the other side, fold your left feet to the inside of your right thigh and lean forward, keeping the right foot active, toes pointed up.
Inhale.
Exhale, release. We'll do a quick vinyasa. We'll do Marichasana. Hold your right leg up, about 4 inches between your thighs and your feet, and then lean forward. This is the first phase. Then the second phase, and then grabbing from behind if you can. Otherwise, you can leave your hands.
Inhale.
Exhale, shift to the left leg up, hold it up. Then leaning forward, wrap around with your hand, going around the leg. First phase. Second phase. Exhale, release. We'll move into Navasana before going to finishing postures. Navasana, we saw. This is the first phase. Bend your knees. Grab the underside of your knees with your hands, and then lift up like this, sitting on your sit bones. 5 sets, three sets of 5 breaths each. First phase, second phase, third phase. So after each set, fold your hands, do a lift up if you can, and then go back. Should be 5. Take it up. Again, lift up. Exhale. We'll do a quick vinyasa. We're going to do a preparation for back bend, Urdhva Dhanurasana. Lying down on your back. Grab your ankles. If you're not able to grab, you can just leave your hands. And then inhale, lift your hips. Exhale. We'll do one more set. Inhale, lift your hips. Your drishti on your tip of your nose. Exhale. And release and push your knees to your chest, and then slowly get up to do a quick counter pose to the back bending preparation with a Paschimottanasana. Exhale. We're going to move into Sarvangasana. And lie down on your back. And then lift your hips. And straighten your legs. This is the first phase. Those of you who want to go a bit deeper, push up on your back all the way. And then lift up from your shoulders. And release slowly to Halasana, where you take your feet behind your head in the air, or if you can reach all the way to the floor, whatever is appropriate. And then release. Squeeze your knees to your chest. Then release. Then we'll get up to a seated posture. And then we're going to try a preparation for Shirshasana, the inverted posture. We're not going to go, obviously, all the way, but I just want to give you a kind of a introduction and basics. So bring your hands together like this. So that is the distance between the elbows. And then clasp your hands. So in Shirshasana, the inverted posture, most of the weight is distributed on your hands, and the head is the majority of the weight is on the hands. So the head is only used as a support, and then helps stabilize and get balance. So that's so in order to develop the strength in your arms, we start with the push-ups on your elbows. Or if you're not able to do that, you can also do this. Those who can do this, about 10 or 15 should be okay. And then next week we'll go into at least a half Shirshasana, where we're not going to balance ourselves, but at least still be able to get the benefits of an inversion by walking like this, still remaining on the ground, create an inversion effect. So we'll try that next week. We're going to finish up the lotus postures, Padmasana, before ending. So once again, we're going to do the half lotus, full lotus, or cross-legged, whatever is the appropriate for you. And once again, clasp your hands behind. Lean forward from your hips. Inhale, exhale, release. Moving into the meditation posture with your hands on your knees, index and thumb fingers touching mudra, spine erect, chin to the chest. Drishti on your nose, tip of the nose. So the drishti is a kind of a preparation for the pratyahara that we discussed. Taking your senses away from external objects, focusing on parts of the body or the breath, including the breath. Exhale, release. Final posture of primary series is called Lola Asana or lift up. Start from lifting behind, but keeping your knees on the floor until you get enough strength to lift up, even for a few seconds. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. We're going to move into the final posture, relaxation, before ending today's session. Lie down on your back, your hands to the side, facing palms facing up, feet roll to the side, and completely letting go of any effort in your breathing. Help the body assimilate all the energy that we accumulated during the practice. The prana, the life force that was extracted. And slowly come out of the relaxation, Shavasana posture. Moving your fingers and toes. Then folding your knees to your chest. Give yourself a big hug.
Give yourself a roll sideways a couple of times before coming to a seated posture. Namaste. Keep that tranquil feeling with you as we move into the meditation session with Brother Jagadish.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು ಸತ್ಯ ಅವರೇ. ನಮಸ್ತೆ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ. 7ನೇ ವಾರದ ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮಕ್ಕೆ ಸ್ವಾಗತ, ಸುಸ್ವಾಗತ. ಇವತ್ತು ಈ ವಾರದ ವಿಚಾರ ಧ್ಯಾನ, ಕ್ಲೀನಿಂಗ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಪ್ರೇಯರ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡಿ ವಿ ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಎಂಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸೆಷನ್. We'll do few minutes talk. I'll run through few minutes on the prayer. What is the meaning of it? How do we do it here in a different way? And how we can utilize this for inner change, inner transformation. And how these three play a major role: morning meditation, evening cleaning, and the prayer. The three integral aspect of heartfulness meditation. So let's begin with a story. Ivaradalli. This was my favorite story childhood ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ರಾಜ್ಕುಮಾರ್ ಅವರು ಆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ತುಂಬ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ. ಭಕ್ತ ಕನಕದಾಸ. ಸೊ ಕನಕದಾಸ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಪರೀಕ್ಷೆ ಆಯ್ತಂತೆ. ಸೊ ಅವರ ಗುರು ಬಂದು he called few of his disciples, including Kanakadasa. And he told that, you have to do one activity for me. ಏನಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಒಂದು ಚಿಕ್ಕದು ಬಾಳೆಹಣ್ಣು ಕೊಟ್ಟು, you have to eat this banana where no one can see you. ಯಾರು ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನ ನೋಡಬಾರ್ದು, ಆ ಒಂದು ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗಿ you have to eat the banana. ಸೊ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಗುರುಗಳೇ, this is very simple ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ then they all went. Then Kanakadasa also went. And then after a few minutes, people come back saying that, okay, one of the disciples says, I went into I put a kambli on me. One bedsheet hakondu nan tale mele yaru nodtirilla na tinbitte. Then somebody says, I went to a place where in a room where nobody was there. It was very, very quiet place, and I ate. Nobody was seeing me. So like that, people came with from different answers. I did this, I did that. But Kanakadasa comes back saying that with the banana in his hand. ಗುರುಗಳು ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಕನಕದಾಸ, why you didn't eat? ಕನಕದಾಸ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋದ್ರು I couldn't escape from the vision of the God. ನಾನು ಎಲ್ಲೇ ಹೋದ್ರು he was looking at me. So that gives a great revelation to everybody that ಗುರುಗಳು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು ಏನಂದ್ರೆ, ಯಾರು ನೋಡದೇ ಇರೋ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರು ನೋಡಬಾರ್ದು, ಆ ತರ ನೀವು ಬಾಳೆಹಣ್ಣು ತಿನ್ಬೇಕು. So that proves one of the concept that we are always in the vision of the God, in the vision of the divine. ಇದೇ ಫೀಲಿಂಗ್ ಲಾರ್ಡ್ ಕೃಷ್ಣ ಅವರು ಕೂಡ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, look at me in the heart of every being. I am there. I reside in the heart of every being. ಆದರೆ ಹೇಗೆ ನೋಡೋದು? How do we look into heart? What do you mean? ಅವ್ರು ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ಲ, look into the heart. Which heart we are referring to? Is this the pumping station which we all have? Or is it something different? So that is that heart mind region, the antaranga. Look into the heart of every being. I am there. So ಹೇಗೆ ಈ ಒಂದು how to look within our own self first. Forget about looking into the others. How to look into our own self. That is what we are trying to learn and uncover through these sessions. Morning meditation helps us to bring that focused mind to inspect ourselves deeply. Evening cleaning gives a perspective of getting rid of those complexities and impurities. As we approach this system, meditation should become in 24 hours a prayerful state. The cleaning should slowly vanish. There is no need to clean because I'm always in that meditative state, not acquiring impressions, not developing complexities. So then what is the point of cleaning? So that is the state we want to reach. So in order to do this, heartfulness ಅಲ್ಲಿ there is a prayer ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್. ಟಿಪಿಕಲಿ ನಾವು ಪ್ರೇಯರ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು, ದೇವರೇ ನನಗೆ ಇದು ಕೊಡಪ್ಪ, ನನಗೆ ಇದು ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ನಾನು ಇದು ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಸೊ ವಿ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟೆಡ್ ಬ್ರೈಬಿಂಗ್ ಗಾಡ್. ನನಗೆ ಇದು ಕೊಟ್ಟರೆ ನಾನು ಅದು ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ, ನನಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಪಾಸ್ ಆದರೆ ನನ್ನ ತಲೆ ಬಂದು ನಾನು ಮುಡಿ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಸೊ here we approach the prayer in a different way. Prayer in that sense is not asking or seeking something outside. Prayer again is to connect with my inner self, look into myself in a prayerful way to really see the divine presence inside me. So the prayer here is utilized for inner transformation. The prayer in heartfulness meditation is nothing but a sincere cry from the heart for inner change. So that's prayer. That's what we do. But how do we do it? Now, what is this prayer? What is this we are saying? And then how do we do it? So we do this prayer just before the morning meditation as a reminder that we are trying to meditate. That is the first activity we do as soon as we get up. We freshen up before we start our day with other activities using our intellect and mind. We start with this a prayerful suggestion to meditate. Before we meditate, we say this, and we try to retain this prayerful state of meditation throughout the day. And the second aspect is we do this prayer before bed. This is the last activity we do. So we are literally sitting on the bed, offer this prayer, meditate over the meaning of the prayer. What is this prayer? We'll just see what is this prayer in a minute. What is this prayer we are talking about? And have a deep sense of meditation on the meaning of the prayer and gently go to bed to change this nidre anta nidde anta ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ into a yoga nidra. Yoga nidra is a state where I'm physically, mentally, emotionally deeply relaxing. At the same time, I'm in a state of awareness. This sleep is a state where I get access to subconscious mind. We see dream. ಕನಕದಾಸ್ ಅವರು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸಾಂಗ್ ಬರೆದಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನೀ ದೇಹದೊಳಗೋ ದೇಹ ನಿನ್ನೊಳಗೋ, ನೀ ಅಮಲಿನೊಳಗೋ ಅಮಲು ನಿನ್ನೊಳಗೋ, ನೀ ಕನಸಿನಲ್ಲೋ ಕನಸು ನಿನ್ನೊಳಗೋ. ತುಂಬ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಎ ವೆರಿ ಡೀಪ್ if you introspect, has so much meaning. Satya ಅವರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು, eventually as we meditate, we realize we are not the body. That feeling is also there in this padya, in this prayer. So we do this prayer, the last thing, to achieve this yoga nidra, a state of deep sleep, at the same time a total awareness. When we get up in the morning, when we say the prayer again next day, it completes that cycle of 24 hours of meditation. So we transform the state of sleep into a state of meditation. So that's the benefit of this. So you say this prayer once in the morning, once or twice in the evening, and meditate over the meaning in the night, and gently go to bed as if this is the last activity, and then you transform the sleep into a yoga nidra. So what is this heartfulness prayer we are talking about? So let's I'm going to quickly share a screen where I'm referring to this document from the book Heartfulness Way. I showed you this time. The physical copies are there. You can also buy it from in Kindle or Nook, whatever is your favorite reader is. And let's go to this prayer which I'm sharing here. So the prayer is a 3 statement. A statement which is a fact, which is what we mentally and with a lot more love and prayerfulness in the heart we utter. We don't even utter through the mouth. It's kind of a inner creating that vacuum. The prayer helps us to create, should help us to create that inner vacuum, so the God can descend and pervade me all over my being. So the prayer is a 3 statement here, as you can see here. It says, "O Master, the Master in us, Thou art the real goal of human life. To realize you is the real goal of human life. We are yet but slaves of wishes, putting bar to our advancement. ಓ ನಾಥ, ನಿನ್ನನ್ನು ರಿಯಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಇಚ್ಛೆಗಳು, ನಮ್ಮ desires are the barriers. The desires create impressions, complexity, and those desires and wishes, visha agbiಡುತ್ತವೆ. They put a bar on our advancement. Thou art the only God and power to bring us up to that stage. Without your help, I cannot realize you." A 3 simple statements. "O Master, you are the real goal of my life. My wishes are my barriers to realize you. Without your help, I cannot realize you." So that's the prayer. One important thing I'll tell before we get into the meditation in this prayerful state for next 15 minutes is that I'm not saying the prayer, "O Master, thou art the real goal of human life. I am yet but slaves of wishes." And bring us up to that stage. What is this? Why am I not saying I? So this is there is a gem hidden in it. There is the most valuable things are in these 3 lines. As we meditate, as we contemplate, these meanings reveal from within. Why we are saying we? Why bringing us instead of saying I? Though I am meditating. So in that sense, the prayer gives us a spirit that this, as a human race, human society, we are all in it. Just me evolving is not the goal. We all of us have to evolve as a family of human beings. Everything around me is evolving in the godly, to the godly realm, and is in deep remembrance of God. So that's the true spirit of prayer, not just for me and everybody around me. Everybody around me, I am included in that. So that's the spirit with which we start this prayer. Now let's gently close our eyes. Say this prayer in a simple way. "O Master, you are the real goal. My wishes are the barriers. Without your help, I cannot realize you." Those are the 3 statements here. We'll be happy to share in an email format to all of you as well. So now let's meditate with this feeling in the heart and see how the meditation goes. I'll say that's all once I'm done. And let's resolve until we meditate next time, tomorrow at your homes, or whenever we meditate next time, we continue to retain this state of meditation until then. And nothing outside, I let them affect me. So let's meditate with this resolution and see how it goes. Stop sharing. Gently close your eyes. Relax into your heart. Breathe normally. Close your eyes very gently and relax. Give a gentle suggestion that there is a source of light, a source of divine light is already present and pulling your attention within. Let's say this prayer from the bottom of the heart with full feeling of love and devotion to realize the God within, the Master within. Meditate as if you are going to melt away in it. Let's begin meditation. If you're getting unnecessary thoughts, don't fight with them. Simply ignore them. Let them be. If your head is falling down, it's a natural thing. As it you feel comfortable, you meditate in that posture. Main idea is that it should not interfere in your meditation. That's all. Gently open your eyes. If you feel like continuing meditation, you may do so for a few more minutes. And spend a few minutes in that to make a mental note of how do you feel, and write it down in your journal. Let's make a mental note and a firm resolution. You will retain this state of mind, the feeling in your heart throughout the day until we meditate again. Bilere, thank you for joining the session 7. ಮುಂದಿನ ವಾರ ಮತ್ತೆ we'll meet you. Until then, take care. ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.